So we're over here at this project where Pedro was doing that white limestone retaining walls. So we had our blocks finally. Today they got delivered, but we had a lot of rain last night. Let's see if it's muddy. Yeah, you can see how it's all muddy over here. That's the reason why the guys are not here working, because imagine working with this type of mud over here. So this is the difference of, well, not the difference, but this is the reason why these blocks are not just getting delivered like from Home Depot or Lowe's or other places. You can see the size of them. You can see the size. This is almost 16 inches by 20 inches by 16 inches, and they are a foot tall. So we still gotta get, we have 20 pallets and they just delivered 13, so we still gotta get 7 more. And on one of those pallets we're getting all the caps for the top of the blocks. So I'm gonna go real quick over here so you can see the difference. So these blocks, they're not gonna move ever, and it's kind of hard to explain that to the homeowners when you are telling them that you want to do a retaining wall with blocks, and the neighbor has, they have this type of blocks. You can see. So those blocks over there, they're like 12 inches wide by 10 inches deep, and they're only like 4 or 5 inches tall. So I think those blocks weigh like maybe 10 pounds, if so, 10, 14 pounds. Those blocks that we have over there weighed about, I want to say like maybe 80 pounds each one, between 60 and 80 pounds. One person can only carry one. That's the type of blocks that we need for this project to make everything last forever. I'm not saying that you cannot do it with those blocks, but it will be a lot harder. It's just, it involves a lot of extra work. You got to do concrete footings, you got to do concrete backing, a lot of drainage work, when this is just easier. This is our foundation for the water feature. So hello, how are you?
He's here. Question.
Yeah, go ahead. Get a little conversation with the homeowner. So what I was talking about is we have this is going to be a foundation for the water feature. You're not going to be able to see any of this as I showed previously. So again, we still have kind of like a mess over here, but it is just because it did rain quite a lot last night. You can see it over here. You can see it here how everything is just like super muddy. So we're just gonna make a mess if we do anything at all. That's the reason why we clean this area. You can see how the guys push the trash all the way back. So the 18-wheeler that showed up has a little forklift, or a big forklift. That way they don't need to get off-road. They can just place them. That's the reason why they double stack them like that. But I think this is gonna be making a big difference on the side yard, and actually there's both sides of the yard. So back over here. I really like how this is coming along. Mark got up to this side yesterday. Damn, this tile looks really good. I like it. And then we have this other one over here, shining up. So what Mark was telling me here, this is gonna be our spill, and we're gonna use the same one this square 1x2. What he's gonna do, instead of just cutting a sheet in a 45-degree angle, he's gonna actually interlock the pieces, so that way there is not just a lazy cut in the center of it. That's gonna look really nice. He's also gonna do these little squares, the hexagonal pieces on those verticals on the walls. So basically just the horizontal is gonna be this type of pattern. I also got him the grout. I got 3 buckets of grout, which is the bright white that we're gonna use. So I can't wait to see all this grouted. It's gonna look amazing. And keep in mind, this is not your typical water line, as probably everybody's seen it. So our plaster is gonna come up and it's gonna fill in all these shapes. So it's gonna look pretty neat. And then imagine you're over here sitting at the spa, hanging out with your family and friends. And this is the beauty of this spa, that is elevated. So homeowner is planning to remove a lot of these trees, so you actually have a view of downtown from here. Once those trees are removed, then you can see it more easier. Okay, something that is not good news. When Alfredo did digging this trench, and he was doing the digging, and he put all the stuff on top of these pipes. So basically we have electrical that goes through here to the guest house, but he actually touched, this is the gas, and he was scooping the rocks out of here. And I think this is a sleeve for the gas, so I don't think he damaged it, but he lifted up. My understanding is the plumber who did this, they just laid the pipes on top of the ground. You can see them clearly, so they have to bring them down. So hopefully it's not such of a big mess for us that we need to do something with it. Just because they actually have to bring them lower. You can see how low our trench is for the pipes for the swimming pool. So too much noise from the construction network. So yeah, you can see how the pipe over there is just sitting on top of the ground almost, and our pipe's actually gonna be buried. So entonces, ¿qué le dijo Adrián? Que bajaran acá todos.
No, no me lo dijo, pero tenemos que bajar.
Ah, no le dio instrucciones.
No.
Le dijo, ahorita vengo.
Sí, no, tenemos que bajar porque
Sí.
peligro venga y nos mire sin hacer nada.
Los va a correr. Los va a romper.
Cuando vienen frescos, sí se quebran.
Cuando vienen recién hechecitos,
Sí, que tienen unas semanitas.
Vienen-
que vienen verdes.
vienen todavía calientes del horno.
No, Benjamín no quería comer.
No, pues porque iba a traerlo.
Aníbal. No, hombre.
No, y ya se me hizo tarde. O sea, había un accidente en el 10. Dije, híjole, está pasando hambre acá, Benjamín. Dije, bueno. Se lo voy a cambiar mañana por el desayuno. Y es que a mí se me fue el avión, porque le dije, aquí entran los pines, sí. Y me dijo, Benjamín, y en el que sigue entran acá afuera. Y le dije yo, chica, pero no están alineados. Y se me fue la onda de que iban así. Y la esquina la va a rellenar de cemento toda hasta arriba.
Hasta arriba.
¿Y no le va a poner así una varilla así parada o no?
Pues no se ocupa, pero
Bueno.
como que ahí hay pedazos, eso los podemos metiendo.
Acuérdense que
no, varilla no.
va el pedazo de cerca arriba.
Es que no, nunca le metemos varilla, porque no iría toda uniforme hasta arriba, porque es una barda alta,
Ajá.
entonces tendría que meter de pedazo en pedazo.
Tiene que hacer un castillo
Sí.
armado. Pero le digo, acuérdense que va la cerca hasta arriba, entonces para que cuando vayan ya a llenar hasta arriba, dejar un espacio a lo mejor para poner los postes ahí con cemento, de
Los
que no tengan que
bloques.
escarbar
Tiene que
por la
ser-
parte de adentro del bloque.
El de la esquina no tiene que llevar cemento hasta arriba. El de la esquina.
Para poner el Sanitu, dice usted.
No,
Oh, pero lo va a poner arriba del...
no, adentro del bloque, ahí donde está usted, donde tiene el nivel.
¿Qué sí?
Ujú.
No, pues el cemento lo mando aquí.
Ah, no, sí, pero yo me refiero que cuando rellene, para que no vaya a rellenar todo de una vez, dejar el espacio para los postes que van arriba de la cerca.
Bueno, compadre. Entonces esta va a ser... Travesita, ya agarró la suya. Ya, no, de volar, compadre. Ya está.
Ya. The tile looks a lot more bluish than yesterday. Like,
Yeah, the homeowner came out here, he's like, man, it's looking really good, you don't have to.
yeah. You're gonna start working on the outside worlds now?
Yeah, I'm going that way.
See, no straight line. I wonder, well, nah. This corner right here, you can see how he align each tile to each other. So this part of square nowadays, you can see how you have a big gap over here and over there. It's not, so that's gonna get mortar. So we have a square bottom as well. So that whenever the pool finish is done, the plaster, it doesn't look funny, or that corner over there is not like weird. And then on this side, it's almost there. So this is just gonna get tapered. But yeah. You can see over here with the tile, it's kind of like the final, I mean with the coping. Just on the inside walls. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna bring, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. They're gonna do another 3 blocks, and then we're gonna have a step over here. Basically, these blocks are gonna be almost where the cinder block is. So. No me esperaron para los tacos.
Taco.
no me espero.
Hemos planeado.
Pues ya para la cena.
Ahorita lo chingamos todo.
¿Qué dice Adrián que le va a dejar el de acá abajo? No, pero ese es el mismo que acá, ¿no?
No, este no, es el de abajo. Es que ahí le podemos
No.
poner la tapa y luego ahí le hacemos un escalón, la tapa abajo. Y se ve también bonito, así lo hacían.
Pero ahí tiene ese.
No, eso le puse por
Como
enseñarle
muestra.
que queda alto.
Sí.
Está bien alto.
Por eso
abajo.
es híjole, ¿cómo le vamos a hacer aquí? Porque ahí la tierra, o sea, al poner la tapa todavía otras 4 pulgadas. Entonces la tierra, ¿cómo la? No quiero enterrar ahí, pues.
Vamos a arriesgarnos, vamos a dejar el arbolito enterrado. Vamos a dejar el arbolito enterrado ya para que así mejor se vea el muro. Como quiera, ahí nada más va medio bloque, ¿no?
Sí, ahí va medio bloque.
Y si alcanza a cerrar aquí con este de acá. ¿Verdad?
No, está bien.
Vamos a hacerle así. Y ya que quede enterrado el árbol para que ahora sí que mientras que estemos aquí esté el árbol y ya si sobrevive bien y si no, pues
Caminó.
casi con la tapa ya va a quedar al ras del tanquecito ese.
Sí.
Queda al
Sí,
ras.
con la tapa que queda al ras de ahí.
Ujú. Sí se mira con... Sí se va a quedar un poquito más alto que este, pero cualquier cosita.
Sí, es que en la lo pusimos acá, como le volvimos a levantar todo el base,
Ajá.
entonces pusimos otra vez el base y ya pues le dimos así, pero no nos quedó. Ahí
No,
le tuvimos que echar más.
Hasta un piedrón también.
Que está una piedrota
Ahí.
ahí. Le tuvimos que subir casi 1 pulgada. Entonces ese era el mismo nivel de ahí, de ese bloque le llega el segundo acá, pero pues ahí nos tuvimos que subir por la piedra.
It's pretty quiet compared to the rest of the week.
Yeah.
With the jackhammering everywhere and then the guys next door working and even in this house a lot of people working, but now today it's like that door was open or
Yeah, they actually, there was somebody in there earlier.
today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. These recess lights, they're mudded all the way up to, so later on all you're gonna see is just the 2 strips of lights. So keep in mind, I look at this, I look at the closet lights, and it's when I had the idea of doing the lights for the driveway. So everything matches nicely. Okay, coming back at the golden hour. We had, the guys, they bump into this tree, so they cut a branch of it. So that's kind of like a bummer. We didn't want to open up too much this area, but we got all these flattened out. These are gonna be our entry point. They have to put one more block right here, turning that way on the corner, and then we're gonna close that fence too. You can see now with the caps on. So we're gonna just put, I think that's what we're gonna do. I'm not sure, but river rock like this in there, and then all the way up. And like I previously, I think mentioned it before, we're gonna do a railing over here to match their railing that they have over there. They have a French drain pipe connected right here, this one right here. So I'm sorry, I'm assuming that pipe runs all the way across because they do have a basement, which is this one right here where the pool level is. So what we did, and this is something that it's not necessary to do, but everybody gets so adamant because of the drainage issues and whatnot. So that pipe actually is connected to this outlet. So later on, I'm gonna ask the guys to just trim it back, flush with the blocks. But you see in the back of these blocks all the work that goes behind this. We don't really need to do any of that. You know, when you have heavy rains and when you have water, it's just gonna come through. All the moisture and all the water is just gonna come through the blocks. It's something, those pipes over there, if you're building the walls right, you don't need them at all. You don't need any of that. So and we're gonna put a piece of fence over here, and we're gonna fence the top, and the gate is gonna get transferred to the front. So how are you?
Good, how are you? Are you the one in charge?
Yeah.
You know, this is not the property line.
No, it's more this way. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got the fence right there, and I guess on the plans, you know, they wanted to leave all these trees over here. So I think it's right where you have
Right here.
right there.
See the tree?
Yeah.
A little bit to the right. And where you standing?
Yeah.
And it goes see the cedar tree all the way down?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where the pin.
It's all the way here. Yeah. Here's a bright white grout. It really makes the tile pop. You can see it over here in this corner. The difference on it. So now this wall on the right is gonna look pretty neat like that. Then also here, the way the Mark did it is pretty cool. So it really looks nice like this. Okay, so over here I was having this idea for this area right now. So this house, they have all this modern lighting, a lot of LED strips. I was thinking, since we're gonna have this, right now the plan is for the tile to stop here where it is, and then whatever the finish that we're gonna match from the house, we're just gonna come up to it, fill it up like that, and paint it the same way that we're gonna do the inside with the plaster. But I'm thinking, since eventually all this area over here is gonna be grass and we're gonna have this wall exposed, so I was thinking maybe we can do some accent lights on this corner where we do the same type of lights. You know, we do a LED strip that goes all the way across or halfway and then wraps around the corner, and then another one on top that goes maybe halfway while the other strip goes. So I don't know if that's gonna look good or if we're doing vertical like this. I'm gonna be thinking on that, and I think once I have a better idea, or if I put it on a design, I can actually talk to the homeowner and say like, hey, look, this is gonna match the theme that you're going for throughout the house, in and out, because on the previous clip you're probably already seen, the movie theater has those LED strip lights into the wall and ceiling. Their closet, which is this one over here on the cabinets, also has those LED strips. And on the driveway where you have the garage door approach, we're gonna do a LED strip on the ground. So I want to bring that out to the back over here outdoors, and they have two lights cones over there for the casita, but there's, you know, I don't know if there might be some floodlights going over there where the hole is right there. But those are the normal things. I want to do something that actually is gonna look nicer. Now the problem here is if we do the horizontal lines, and you can see how much we came out of the concrete, so that might help us. So instead of having this like initially I thought, this over here can be flush, and it gives us enough room to put the LED strip in the channel that we have to put in there. So now I am considering doing that, which like maybe having one strip going like half the spa, wrapping around the corner and going like half the pool, or maybe 1/3 of the pool, or maybe passing the spa and then another light over here going further out that way, and then almost all the way to the end of the pool. So I'm gonna present that to the homeowner and just like, hey, I think this is gonna look pretty badass. So and of course when I'm thinking on doing all this type of stuff, you know, I want to have it to where they don't need to have a light switch or anything like that. They can actually just use the pool app that we use, and that way they can control either if they want to put it on a timer, if they want to turn it on manually, or if they actually want to do it through an automation system or whatever they want to do. But right here where our pool equipment is going to be sitting over here. Okay, well, another week, and a lot of work to do tonight on the computer, trying to get a lot of stuff planned and ready for the beginning of next week. See you next time.